So I'm here in Hwange National Park in Zimbabwe with Painted Dog Conservation, and I'm here from Yorkshire Wildlife Park and basically just bring the two organisations closer together. As you can see, the park is absolutely fantastic and we've seen so much wildlife. And at the moment we're out in the national park looking for the painted dogs.
As a species, they're endangered and considered to be in decline across the continent. Loss of habitat, human encroachment into wildlife areas. The prey base diminishing, poaching, disease in some areas is a big threat. They are your proverbial underdog. There's so much stacked against them, and as such, though, that's why they're an important species. Because you've got areas like this, like Hwange National Park and these surrounding forests, where there should be plenty of dogs. And if they're not there, they're an indicator that there's something not right, that the balance isn't correct. As a species, they're struggling on a Pan-African scale. They're considered to be in decline, so we've got a lot of work to do.
So now we're back in the Rehabilitation Centre at Painted Dog Conservation, and this is another area where Yorkshire Wildlife Park can assist painted dog conservation with the husbandry and welfare techniques and practices that we use back in the UK. We really want to build the links between the two organisations, and the field research that's going on and the data that comes out of the field from tracking the dogs and observing the dogs is vital for how we look after the dogs in captivity. And also the data that's collected can be analysed and used by researchers and students back in the UK at universities.
To protect the wildlife in the area, we have to do that through a link, and that's the conservation clubs. The schools are within the villages, they are in the communities, and therefore reaching out, making a foundation at the school level means reaching out to the community at a faster rate.
So the only way painted dogs can be conserved in the wild and the environment that they live in and all the other wildlife is by the communities getting involved and actually wanting to protect the wildlife and the habitat. This is another community project that PDC supports. This is the clinic where not only do they look after people with HIV and treat them, it's also malaria treatment and prevention and all sorts of other illnesses, diseases and immunisation of the children. So now the local community know that PDC are supporting them, and hopefully because the dogs are here, the people will want to keep the dogs here and conserve them, and everyone benefits from the conservation of painted dogs. With the anti-poaching units, they collect up all the snares that are set for bushmeat. They take the snares down, take them to another painted dog conservation project where the local artists and very talented people turn all that wire into this fantastic art. And all this artwork can be brought by tourists in Zimbabwe, but also we sell it in the shop at Yorkshire Wildlife Park. And again, this is another way where Yorkshire Wildlife Park and Painted Dog Conservation can work together, not only by financially supporting local communities, but also by supporting the Painted Dog Conservation Project with education and conservation in the field.